Rain on your Walt Disney World Resort trip does not mean that your trip is ruined. I'm going to go over what to bring, things to expect, and how to strategize your park day around the rain. For the most part, whenever you have rain on a Walt Disney World Resort vacation, the rain showers are going to last somewhere between 30 minutes up to about that 2-hour point. Every once in a while, Mother Nature will have a sense of humor and it will rain all day, but we will go into all of that later. But I do bring different things with me each trip that I travel to deal with the rain, depending on how long and how intense the showers are going to be. The number one thing that I like to bring for rain protection is an umbrella. Now, I'm not somebody that likes to feel confined, so an umbrella works wonders for me, letting me feel free and also letting the air flow. It also is just easy for me to be able to have in my park bag in the cup holder. I can just grab it if I need to, if I am just like walking through the park and it's sprinkling, if I just need to get from point A to point B quickly, or if I'm standing in line and rain starts to trickle down like right before I get in the inside part of the queue, I have that umbrella that is easy, quick, that I can pop up and then I can also pop down. Now, it also does work double duty for me during the hot months. And I also have my video linked down below, how to deal with the heat video for you as well. The number two thing that I always have with me, no matter what, no matter if there is rain in the forecast or not, is a cheap poncho from Dollar Tree. I always have it at the bottom of my bag. Number one, if the rain showers are too strong and the wind is all over the place where I cannot handle an umbrella, I do have the rain poncho to be able to go over my entire body, because if the wind is all over the place, that means the rain is all over the place. Also, I have been sitting in for Fantasmic and it has started to sprinkle on me, and you're not allowed to have an umbrella popped open. So just in case you are waiting for a storm to pass so that Fantasmic can start, I do still have rain protection just in case. If you feel like that you want to wait and you want to get your ponchos like at the parks, just keep in mind that they are quite expensive, but you do have other options. If you are doing like a grocery run to some of the Targets around the area or a Walmart around the area, they have really cute Disney themed sections and Disney themed ponchos that run between the $5 and $8 range, almost half the price of what you're going to find a Disney poncho in the park. So you do have that option if you are going to do like a grocery delivery kind of thing and you don't want to have to buy it and pack it and then bring it with you. And then your third option is bringing your own rain jacket from home. Make sure to pack with you multiple sizes of Ziploc bags. This can help with so many different things. Not only can it put in uneaten food, treats, or things like that, but it can also put in there wet shoes, wet socks, wet clothes, all the wet ponchos, so that you can put in one spot so that's not getting everything else wet as well. It can also be protection for all of your tablets that you're bringing, all of your phones that you're bringing. It can also help on wet rides whenever you're going on Cali River Rapids and Animal Kingdom. So bring multiple sizes of Ziploc bags. When I know for sure that rain is going to be happening on that day, I will also have a hand towel in my park bag as well. Now, I am over the top and do like to have everything themed according to what park I'm in, what time of the year I'm going, and all of that. So I do have different hand towels that I bring with me. But how this can help is this can dry off any tables and chairs that you want to sit at after a rainstorm. Many quick service locations only have seating that is outside. Also, if you are riding the Disney Skyliner to and from Epcot to the resort, Hollywood Studios, and stuff like that, the airflow in the Skyliner is done through vents at the top, and sometimes rain will get in and it will just soak all the benches inside the Skyliner. So you'll have something to wipe it down and you can sit down on a dry surface. Also, if you are like waiting for a parade, it is another layer that you can sit down on whenever you're sitting on the cement and everything is soaking wet. So just having that extra hand towel to be able to dry off anything will make you feel a lot more comfortable. If you plan on renting or bringing a stroller or an ECV, make sure that you are bringing some kind of waterproof protection. For a stroller specifically, number one, you're going to want it to be able to cover a child so that they do not get soaked. You can put the child in there and you can get from point A to point B a lot faster. Also, if you plan on parking your stroller for any longer than 30 minutes, you want to make sure, especially during the summer months, that you cover that stroller because rain showers can come out of anywhere. Strollers are not allowed in dining locations, they're not allowed in ride lines, and they're also not allowed in some pavilions in Epcot, mainly like the Land Pavilion and also the Mexico Pavilion, just because of how they're set up and how small they are. So there are stroller parking lots all over for you to park your stroller. And like I said, if you're going to park that stroller for any longer than 30 minutes, you want to cover it before you leave it. And then for your ECVs, I have noticed that a lot of ECVs cannot get like a certain part, like where the battery is or the mechanism that makes it go, like the motor, and that has to be covered. So maybe look into having some kind of cover for that as well, just in case. And then lastly, as you are getting your outfits together and packing for your trip, make sure that you are considering the kind of shoes that you are bringing. If you are only going to be bringing tennis shoes with you, make sure that you bring at least 2 pair, just in case one pair gets soaked. You have another pair to be able to wear the next day while the first pair is drying. Also, guests really love Tevas in the parks, which are sandals, Chacos, and then Crocs. Those also do very, very well in the rain. Now, for me personally, my favorite are the Tevas because of the cushion that they have. The kind of feet that I have to have that kind of cushion. I do have a pair of Chacos, but they are a little too rock hard for me, and I am not myself personally a Croc wearer, but those are the 3 main things that I have heard guests talk about and rave about wearing during the rain. There are so many layers to planning a Walt Disney World Resort vacation. I'm going to leave 2 playlists linked down below for you. Number 1 is going to be my Pack With Me playlist, and this is going to give you an idea of what I pack with me and bring with me at different times of the year. And the second playlist is going to be the Know Before You Go planning prep videos. Everything that you need to know and think about, and all those little itty bitty details that you need to know leading up to your vacation. But now let's go into all the strategies that you need to be thinking about and preparing for rain. If you're going to be staying in the park all day long, no matter if rain is coming or not, make sure that you find a weather app that you like. Most importantly, find one that can tell you when rain is going to be happening to the minute. This is really going to help you plan your day of where you need to be and whenever rain showers come. I do find that the regular weather app on my iPhone does work well for me, but the other one that I hear locals talk about often is called AccuWeather. So that's another one that will give you to the minute of whenever rain will begin and will stop. If you're going to have those afternoon summer rain and thunderstorms, make sure that you are planning those outside rides first thing in the morning, or at least during the day before those rain showers come through. Disney monitors lightning like a hawk, and if it comes within, I do believe it is 7 miles of the area, then those outside rides and things will start to close down. And it doesn't have to be raining. Lightning is the most important thing here. So anywhere that there is lightning will close down those outside rides, shows, anything to keep the guests safe. So if you have Genie Plus, or if you're rope dropping or using any of those kind of strategies, it's important from your must-do list on your park day to prioritize those rides first before the rain comes through. And then when the rain does come through, that is whenever you're going to want to strategize and ride the rides that have inside queues or the rides that are inside in general. You can also look into watching shows as well. However, some shows will close during the rainstorm to let guests go in there and get out of the rain and sit, just kind of depending on the severity of the storm and how long it is going to take as well. So just in case a rainstorm comes and you look on your app and then you see that a show is unavailable, that usually means that it's open for guests to go in, sit down, and get out of the rain. Planning a dining location when the rain is going to move through on your trip is also a good option. A lot of quick service locations do have seating that is going to be undercover or inside. It doesn't have to be a table service reservation, but you can also look into maybe getting on the app and see if you can join the walk-up wait list, or go up to the podium and see if they have available seating if you want to do a table service location. But there are many locations around the park that are quick service locations that are inside for you to be able to sit, rest, eat, and get out of the rain. When it comes to parades and fireworks, do not assume that they are canceled just because bad weather is on its way. I have stood in the rain while Happily Ever After has gone off in Magic Kingdom. I have also waited over an hour for the fireworks to start. What you will hear is over the intercom, they will either announce that the firework or the parade has been delayed or that it has been canceled altogether. But do not assume that anything is canceled until you officially hear it over the loudspeaker. There is another special rarity kind of offering that happens during rain for the parade in Magic Kingdom. So if you're lucky enough, and for Disney fans, it's a special treat to be able to catch the rainy day parade. But if Festival of Fantasy Parade cannot happen, then they will do the Rainy Day Parade, and that is also a little bit shorter, but really cute, and you do see a lot of characters as it is going through Magic Kingdom. Another option for you, of course, is to go back to your resort and take that rest time as the rain is coming through. But the most important thing that I want you to be aware of is if the wind is too high, lightning is in the area, and the rain is too hard, the Skyliner will close down. So if that is your mode of transportation to and from your resort from Hollywood Studios and or Epcot, then you're going to have to ride the bus back to your resort. And that can be organized chaos to the max. But let's go over a few small details that you need to know about the Skyliner going down. Before you arrive on your trip, you want to make sure that you are going into your phone, into your settings, and enabling notifications from Disney. Why this is important is because if the Skyliner goes down, if there's anything that Disney needs to notify you that is changing on a day-to-day operations, they can notify you in real time. In Epcot, the Skyliner is at the back of World Showcase, at the back of the park. So if you happen to be in World Celebration, which is at the front of the park near the buses, which is where you're gonna need to be if the Skyliner closes, now you don't have to walk all the way to the back just to find out that the Skyliner is closed, and then have to walk all the way back to the front of the park to catch the buses to your resort. So make sure that you have those notifications enabled in your phone from Disney. If by chance you do have to take the Disney buses back to your Skyliner resort because the Skyliner goes down, just make sure that you are being as patient as possible. Normally, Skyliner resorts don't have buses on a bus route because the Skyliner is the main mode of transportation, so it can take a little bit longer to get back to your resort because they are pulling from the regular bus route. I have been in line over an hour before trying to get from Epcot back to a Skyliner resort because of this reason. So just remember to be as patient as possible. And knowing this ahead of time will also let you kind of maybe take your time as people start rushing out of the park. You can like sit down in a quick service location, grab something to eat, grab a snack as you're kind of waiting for the rush of everybody trying to get out of the park because it's gonna rain, and then you can get on a bus a little bit quicker. If you are at a resort that only has the bus as your transportation, you can request certain buildings. Now, this is a request. They can't always accommodate. Can put requests in to be close to a bus stop. That way, if it does rain, you don't have a very long walk that you have to take to be able to get back to your room. But then there's also some resorts that no matter what, you are going to have quite a trek to get from the buses to your room. So just make sure that you've got all of that rain gear with you to get yourself to your room just in case you get caught by that rain shower. No matter where you are on your planning journey to the Walt Disney World Resort, I have a playlist for you. Make sure that you are pushing that subscribe button and also push that like button if today's video gave you the information that you were looking for. I am always updating all the information as I go to the Walt Disney World Resort multiple times a year, bringing you everything that you need to know. I'm Terry with Creating the Magic. Have a magical day.